Hello. Today, me and my partner are going to be claiming that the U.S. should federally ban the sale and ownership of assault-style weapons. Now, to start, the definition of an assault-style weapon is a weapon that the military generally uses and has select fire capabilities or the capability to switch between semi-automatic or fully automatic. Now, there are multiple reasons as to why we should implement a ban on assault-style weapons. And to start, I'll speak about mass shootings. Mass shootings have become an epidemic and are occurring at an alarming rate. According to the Gun Violence Archive, which compiles data from shooting incidents, a mass shooting is any incident in which a gunman shoots or kills 4 or more people in the same general time and location. By that definition, according to the Gun Violence Archive, we have seen 307 mass shootings from January 1st to November 5th. That averages almost 7 mass shootings a week. With that being said, all of these mass shootings have been used with a firearm, which leaves room for a lot of problems. And second, it is unnecessary for civilians to have assault-style weapons, as assault-style weapons are rarely used in self-defense. A statistic, of the 29,618,300 violent crimes committed between 2007 and 2011, 0.79% of the victims, which were 235,700 people, protected themselves with the threat or use of a firearm. The least employed protective behavior. With this being said, there is no real need for people to own military-like weapons. Now, the previous ban on assault-style weapons from 1994. The U.S. introduced a ban on 18 different assault-style weapons, and the ban lasted from 1994 to September 13, 2004. Although the ban was not intended to was not a comprehensive fix for gun violence, its purpose, according to the gun violence experts and lawmakers who wrote the bill, was to reduce the frequency and lethality of mass shootings like the ones in Parkland, Sandy Hook, and elsewhere. With that being said, with the U.S. already introduced a bill before, why not introduce it again? And there have been signs that lawmakers have been pushing to make another ban. Third, other countries such as Australia, Japan, the UK, New Zealand have all implemented bans on assault-style weapons and have been better off since. For example, to get a gun in Japan, a person must go through a series of tasks. To get a gun in Japan, first you have to attend an all-day class and pass a written test, which are held once per month. You must also take and pass a shooting range class and score 95% or higher, then head over to a hospital for a mental test and drug test. Japan is unusual in the potential gun owners must affirmatively prove their mental fitness, which will file with the police. Finally, pass a rigorous background check for any criminal record or association with criminal extremist groups. And after all of that, if you pass, you'll be the proud new owner of an assault-style weapon. Whereas today in California, all you need to do to purchase an assault-style weapon is either be the age of 21 and have a hunting license, or the age of 18 and have a hunting license and pass a background check. And the number of homicide incidents involving a firearm decreased by 57% between 1989 and 1990 and 2013 and 2014. Gun crime trends report says firearms were used in 13% of homicide incidents in 2013 and 14. It was 24% of the incidents. That's via factcheck.org. Now, once the countries that implemented gun control laws actually passed the laws, the gun violence drastically decreased in later years since the bill was passed. The Second Amendment also does not necessarily stretch to the people. The Second Amendment is not long, as it reads, A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, the Second Amendment wasn't necessarily made for the people to bear arms. It was more so to protect against potential threats of the government. And lastly, a ban on assault-style weapons is not an immediate solution. Moreover, it is a way to halt the distribution of assault-style weapons and get them off the streets. Thank you.